200,000 on just one rule. So thank you very much for the clarification, Mr. Chair.
Now I'd like to recognize the gentleman from Georgia for 5 minutes, Mr. Collins.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Director Stone-Manning, during a May 1st hearing before the full committee, Secretary Howland testified that since President Biden has been in office since January 2021, we have approved mining or mining modification permits since the president has been in office. That includes 5 critical mines. Of these 5 mines that have been permitted under this administration, how many are critical minerals?
Congressman, thanks for the question. Again, it's roughly 40 mines, 5 of which are critical minerals, a couple lithium, barium, zinc.
How many of them were permitted from start to finish under this administration?
Congressman, I would have to get back to you on that question. I know the vanadium mine was start to finish, but I'd have to get back to you on that question.
How many received EISs under the previous administration?
Again, I would have to get back to you. I know that the lithium mine, Thacker Pass, the EIS was under the previous administration. We did the notice to proceed.
How many mine or mine modification permits has Interior denied under this administration?
Congressman, I don't know the answer to that question. I suspect, I don't know of one that we've
Do you know how many are awaiting an EIS?
Yes, I just asked for
Right.
that. I just asked for that number, and I think it's 90, but I'll get back to you.
How many are awaiting a record of decision?
Well, the record of decision comes after the EIS.
So that's still 90? Okay. Do me a favor, you said you're going to get back in touch with us. Can you make sure that by the end of the month, the end of this month, May?
I'm happy to get you that information.
All right, thank you. Also, Amos Hoshin, the Special Presidential Coordinator for Global Infrastructure and Energy Security, said that we don't have a lot of new supply of copper coming online around the world. And what concerns me is even when a discovery is made, it could take between 7 and 15 years before the first copper comes out. Now, that was his quote. Do you share those concerns regarding copper supply?
Congressman, I don't know about the global market supply of copper. I do know that when a proposal comes before us, we dig in. We spend on average 5 years on a hard rock mine EIS.
What, if anything, are y'all doing to expedite your reviews to ensure that we don't run out of this supply, since the deposits that are active right now, they're being depleted?
I'm so sorry, I didn't hear that.
What are you doing to expedite the reviews?
So as I think you know, we worked with the Interagency Working Group on critical minerals to identify how we can get more efficient in our work. Congress, of course, I think can play a role in that, but we are diving into the report and working hard to turn those around. And again, an EIS on average for a hard rock mine is somewhere between 4 and 5 years.
All right, thank you. I tell you what, I'm going to yield back to the fellow hiding behind a large stack of rules. I think it's our chairman back there.
If I might add one thing, we of course are going to follow the Fiscal Reform Act that now tells us to get those EISs done in 2.
Gentleman yields. Director Stone-Manning, so I'm assuming when you do the so-called renewable projects, you do a NEPA analysis, is that correct?
Yes, Congressman.
As part of that NEPA analysis, do you, do the people that conduct it, do they evaluate how many endangered species are going to be killed as a result of those so-called renewable projects?
Congressman, we work closely with the Fish and Wildlife Service when Section 7 is implicated.
Yeah, isn't it accurate that we see a lot of deaths, eagles, other endangered species, as a result of especially the wind turbines and actually the solar panels also? Because wasn't there, was it the Ivanpah process, project out in California? I might not have said it right. It's over a decade old, that they referred to the birds as flamers when they went through the solar array because they were torched. Will there be a full analysis of the number of endangered species that are going to be killed as a result of building these projects?
Congressman, we work every day with the Fish and Wildlife Service as we do our permitting work to ensure that we are complying with the Endangered Species Act.
Yeah, does that concern you that we see the number of deaths of endangered species with these so-called renewable projects?
Congressman, the biodiversity crisis facing our planet concerns me every day.
I'd like to now recognize the gentle lady from Wyoming. I'm sorry, the gentleman from Washington, Mr. Newhouse.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I know it's difficult